So, since we are meeting for the first time, let's introduce ourselves. Is that okay?
Sure, sure. I would love to introduce myself. I'm Sunita Rawat, and I come from a beautiful state, Chamoli, Uttarakhand. And I'm mother to two kids. Along with this, I run two YouTube channels. The first one is Sunita's English Adventure, where I interact with people in English, and I have podcast and then some vlogs in English and informative videos as well on that channel. And the second one is Dear Listeners, which is dedicated to English listening practice. So there I record some audios, or sometimes I record audiobooks as well. So that kind of channel it is. And along with this, I teach spoken English to intermediates and beginners. So that's pretty much about me.
That's great, Sarita. That's great. So, my name is Abhilasha. I reside in the northeastern part of India. Are you aware of Northeast India?
Yes, very
Okay.
well.
Okay, great. So I am I will be graduating this month. For now, this is my last semester. I'll be appearing for my last exam on
Hmm.
5th actually. So that's when I'll graduate. I love to teach people. I think so
Hmm.
you know by now. So
Yes.
we have a common ground, right?
Right, right. Exactly.
Yeah, okay, Sunita. So what made you join Entalki?
Okay, so actually, I wanted to practice my English, and I was looking for someone who is better than me or expert so that I could learn something real quick with conversations. So that is why I subscribe to Inktalki.
Okay, great, great. So, while speaking the English language, I've seen people facing problems. Okay, so what are the problems that you face at the beginning
Hmm.
level?
Okay. So when I was a beginner, that time, the first and the foremost thing was I was not confident in grammar. I was too bad at grammar. So I started working upon that, not sitting with grammar book, but I started watching English content. Earlier than that, I was not into English content or English books and like that, anything. But then I started immersing myself into English. So that helped me to learn grammar naturally. So that was the one struggle I was facing. The other struggle was I was not able to create environment for myself. I was finding difficulty in, getting partners to practice my English with. And then I was not having proper guidance how to go further with it. So these were few struggles, I would say, that I faced as a beginner. But then when I started watching English videos, there is a complete community of English learners over there. So they talk about all these things, suggestions, advices, and many a times tutors also talk with them, have conversations with them. So they tell them or they guide them about their English learning journey. So from there, I got to know that there are a few things that we need to take care of whenever we are into this English learning journey. So I adapted that from there only.
I totally agree with you, Sunita, because at the beginning level, there are so many problems that we face while learning this language, right? So it is difficult at first, but once you get a hold of this language, it's very beautiful,
Hmm.
right?
Right, 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 definitely.
Yeah. So, Sunita, what do you think? Do movies help while learning this language?
Hmm. Yes, definitely. Because what I feel that when you read books, somehow you get into literature or you don't get that real life conversation. But when you watch movies, so you get to learn real life or practical English, which you can actually use in your daily life. For example, if you have kids around you, you can watch family related movies where there are kids, a full family, and whatever they talk with each other, you can learn from them and you can apply the same in your everyday life. So that would be a very nice or fastest way to learn English. Like, if you want to learn English for professional purpose, then watch movies related to that. Like there is a movie called The Intern. So from there you can get to learn professional English as well. So I feel that movies are the best way, and you get entertained as well as you learn, right, at the same time. So that's the best part about it. You need not to get bored. Like sometimes it happens that some people get bored of reading books or reading articles or just listening to podcasts over and over again, but you'll not get bored of movies. Although, there are many kinds of movies, there are many genres, so you can watch as per your interest.
Totally, I totally agree with you. Being a literature student, I have been always advised that read books. before watching movies. So, but then again,
Hmm.
I find watching movies easier first, like then get into the books. So that's
Right.
how I am a literature student. So books are a part of
Hmm.
my life. I have read so many books till now. There was one book
Hmm.
named Harry Potter. I think you are aware of that book, right? Everyone is
Yes.
aware of that
Hmm.
book. So what I did
Hmm.
was I watched the movie first and then I got into the books. And it was such a
Okay.
great watch, I would say. I learned so many
Hmm.
new words from there. Muggle world, that
Hmm.
at first, I like somewhere I thought that that's what we say, human world. But then again, in that
Hmm.
book, it was written Muggle world. So yeah, there were
Okay.
so many words that we learned from that book or the movie too.
Right.
So yeah, book.
I feel whatever you do, whatever you expose yourself to, you get to learn some or the other thing. So it is never going to get waste.
Yeah, totally, totally. So whatever you're comfortable with,
Hmm.
if you're comfortable with books or movies, both help. Both helps.
Hmm. Right, right. Like in my case, reading is not my forte. Every time I sit with a book, I end up sleeping or yawning.
Yeah.
I get bored very easily.
Yeah, yeah, totally. There are many people I have seen,
Hmm.
like they are not acquainted with books. They find it difficult to like
Hmm.
have that patience, right? But I have to. That's why. That's why. Okay. So,
Right.
Sunita, since when you have been speaking English?
Um, I started in August 2024. So since then, I've been continuously speaking in English, having conversation with people. But earlier than that, I used to speak occasionally, sometimes with my kids, sometimes with my husband, just for the sake of enjoyment. Like sometimes we feel we have fun speaking in English, right? So just for that purpose.
Even I do that with my siblings sometimes. So it's really
Hmm.
fun, I would say. Yeah.
Right, right. But when you start learning English, then it's not fun anymore. I mean, then you keep talking in English. You don't feel it like fun. The other person might get intimidated. Why is she talking in English all the time, right? So then it's not fun anymore, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I have faced such an situation myself. So I have my friends sometimes like when I get into like deep discussion, I would just
Mm-hmm.
talk in English. I would say, "Eh, what are you guys doing? We shouldn't do this." And they are like, "Oh God, that's how she started now." So yeah,
Right.
once you start
English becomes your first language.
exactly, exactly. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I they tell me that, oh God, now she has started speaking English. She won't stop for another hour for another hour. So, okay.
Right. Even in my case too, I have to speak Hindi consciously. Like I have to force myself to speak Hindi. Sometimes, like out of the floor, naturally English comes to my tongue first. But then I said, no, no, no. Then I would switch to Hindi. Right.
Yeah, so
So that happens.
your mother tongue is Hindi, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So
Hmm.
by listening to your English speaking skills, I feel like you are really good at it. So were you acquainted with this language since you were a child, or later you started speaking English? How you started?
I Yes, so I started speaking English in 2024, as I mentioned, but I studied in English medium schools always, and then college and graduation. So somehow I was aware of these English words, sentences, or I used to mug up English answers or grammar for my exams. So somehow I was acquainted a little bit, but then I started speaking very late in my life. In my early 30s only, I started speaking English. But I'm so thankful that. At least I started.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Right.
So,
Hmm.
Sunita, what do you think as a beginner who hasn't even started speaking, they don't even know how the basics of English language. What do you think? How
Hmm.
they should start?
Right. So I like in my audience also, many people ask this question. So I always tell them that you can start with immersing yourself in English. Like you need to switch your content from Hindi or your mother tongue to English so that you get familiar with the language. You get habit of listening to English language, right? And when you watch any content, when you watch any movie or kids related content on YouTube, so that would be easy for you because that are meant for kids. So it's quite simplified. You'll be able to synchronize like the content, the visuals they are showing to subtitles, and you can also listen. So you'll be able to relate it with the visuals and you'll understand. Like if somebody is going out and he or she is saying that I'm leaving, so you'll understand that person is moving out and is saying that I'm leaving. So you'll understand why they're using I'm leaving. So this is how you will learn with visuals and then turning on the subtitles and you listen as well. So this is how slowly and gradually you'll get familiar with the language. But then you need to speak as well if you want to learn speaking. So you have to start speaking from the very first day. So whatever words you've been learning while immersing yourself in all these activities, let's suppose you have learned a word comfortable from anywhere, right? So just start mixing it with your mother tongue or Hindi. So you'll feel confident that yes, I've used one English word. And slowly and gradually, if you keep filling your bucket with English words, just start using it. And over time, you'll be able to speak full English, like full English sentences. You can also learn phrases, short phrases like good morning and how are you, or anything like that, that you can learn as it is and start using it, right? Also, you can learn situational English. If you are going for an interview, you can learn English for that particular interview as it is. There is no harm in cramming up things, but you feel confident that yes, I'm using accurate English or right English, right? So this is how you'll slowly and gradually develop your confidence. So I did the same way. I was not aware of the nuances of language or nitty-gritties of language, but started with cramming only, cramming it as it is. But slowly and gradually, I was able to understand why we are using this in certain way, right? And then you can work upon your grammar later in this stage.
Totally, totally. So people find, here's a tip from myself, my side, I would say, always keep a pocket dictionary with you. So whenever you learn new words, you might think that what's that? But you can use it in your
Hmm.
sentences later. So always keep a pocket dictionary with you. That's how I started. I would hear
Hmm.
new words. I would save them in my phone immediately or whenever I remember it. And then later I would open my dictionary and then see what's the meaning of that word. So that's how you will
Hmm.
start learning new words. Once you are filled with words, your I that's a great tip. I would say you will be very good, like you will be fluent in English. Once you have words in your mind, your fluency will be better, I would say. With
Right, right.
totally.
Yes, it all starts with word, and I do the same. Whenever I come across any new interesting word, I would also jot it down in my phone itself, and then I would search its meaning later, right? And then I would just dig deep into it and understand it completely, make some sentences, and then start using it. So that's the process, right?
Yeah.
And also, I would say the first and the foremost thing that is required is curiosity for learning this language. When you have curiosity, you'll leave no stones unturned, right? You'll do whatever it takes. So, curiosity. If you don't have curiosity, just build it,
Yeah.
right? So, that's the thing.
And that's okay. If you are failing in the like for the first time, that's okay. That's how you start a new thing, right? Once you fail,
Hmm.
you just get up, learn this, and
Hmm.
always be open to criticism. There will so many
Right.
people will try to criticize you because you are trying to learn something new. There will be people beside you, around you, would say, hey, what you are doing at this. Sometimes people judge you based on your age, that at this age you want to learn English. I would say
Hmm.
there's no like this age that you have to learn English at 20, at your 20s or at your teens. That's okay if you want to learn the English language at your 50s too. That's there's
Hmm.
there's not a stop button in learning, right?
Right,
You can
right.
start at any age. What I feel
Hmm.
happy is when people come to me and say, I want to learn English. That's how you say, okay, you are open to a new world now. You want to learn
Right.
something new. That's so great.
Hmm.
I feel incredibly proud of those people who say that, yes, at this age too, I want to learn. That's okay. You want to learn.
Hmm.
That's what matters, right?
Right. And that should be a proud moment that even in their later ages, they are so willing to learn. So
Yeah.
that's a proud moment. There is nothing to feel bad about it.
Hmm.
Right? And young people also get motivation from them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel so
Mhm.
proud of those people actually.
Right. Even I too have students who are in their 50s and 60s. So it feels so great to be with them, to learn from their experiences. Like they might not be good at the language, but they are good at life experiences. So they're learning language from me. I'm learning life experiences from them, life lessons from them. So it's
Yeah,
a two-way win-win situation, I would say.
teaching is the only way where you can learn and at the same time help people, right? That's
Right, right,
yeah.
exactly.
That's why I started teaching. Actually, I love
Hmm.
learning from people. I'm always open to learning. In today's session too, I learned so many things from you, and I hope you learned some from mine too.
Definitely, I've learned a lot. And it's always great to share experiences with each other. You get to learn some or the other thing.
Yeah, totally, totally. It was great
Right.
talking to you, Sunita. I'm so happy that I joined this session today. It was such a
Mhm.
great session. So I hope,
Likewise.
yeah, I hope we can keep meeting like this and have such
Yes,
interactive
definitely.
sessions.
Yes, definitely. I love talking to you.
Okay, so bye bye.
Mhm.
Have a great
Okay,
day,
bye.
Sunita.
Have a great day. Bye. Take
Bye.
care.